anything because I don't know. I don't know how this. Oh, I'm live. Awesome. All right, so let's just wait for some people to join.
Yeah. Do you think they can hear me, or do you think it'll just be hearing you?
Well, the audio seems to be like picking up on your voice whenever you speak. So if you say, it just shouts something quickly.
Hello. Anything?
I don't know. Oh, someone joined the chat.
You guys. What guy or girl? Who knows?
And the person immediately left.
If I go to my channel now, I'll post a link if it says that you are live. Yeah, it is. I'll share it now. On copy link.
I can't tell if it's
My
picking
channel, community, edit.
I can't tell if it's picking up what you're saying or not. Oops, someone's joined the chat. Hello. Oops. Okay.
Ring it again? Oh, they're still here.
They left again. And someone joined again. People keep joining and reliving. If you can hear me, can you say Bloodstone in the chat? I don't know.
What's that?
Also, if you can hear Hades, say Hades in the chat.
Yeah, they can hear. I've just checked it myself. I am being picked up in the live.
They can hear me on your stream?
Yeah, it's just like playback, I'm guessing, since when I want it, when hearing you on the call finished, then you repeated it afterwards on the video. So it's like, it is a slight delay, but I think we can live with that. This is working.
I've got no one in my chat. What about you?
Oh, was that supposed to go live?
I don't know. I have got no one.
I just shared on my channel that you were live and I was on call.
Okay, we got someone in the chat.
Hey.
Oh, we got 2 people.
Have we? Starting to get some now. Should probably get to the comments so I can see if it...
Can you make X-Men Deku? That actually wouldn't be a bad show.
I wouldn't mind, honestly.
Because you tried to make an X-Men Deku, didn't you?
Yeah, it's just that didn't do as well as I was hoping it would.
Yeah, I think X-Men Deku, I would be willing to do it, but I kind of started it with like the Fantastic Four Deku, which kind of went nowhere. Honestly, Fantastic Four, I struggled with a plot for it because I have got nothing in terms of inspiration to work with. Every Fantastic Four movie was complete trash.
I'm being honest, I can only think of one Fantastic Four villain, and that's Doctor Doom.
Who also doubles down as an X-Men villain as well.
And an Avengers villain.
Yeah, so he's really like a shared property at this point of every hero.
Yeah. A lot of villains are like that, though, to be honest. Ultron, he started off as an Ant-Man villain. Now he's an Iron Man villain. Now he's an Avenger villain.
I thought he was an Iron Man villain to start with.
Yeah, it's because of MCU, they changed it a bit.
Oh.
It's like in the actual comics and in a couple of shows as well, it's Ant-Man who creates Ultron.
Oh, that's neat. I didn't actually know about that. Also, if you guys can hear Hades, can you let me know in the chat?
Yo. Got another person here, Legend Wolf. Texting stories, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I think so. Hello, Legend Wolf.
If you can hear us, just leave a comment afterwards, hopefully.
Yeah. So one thing that it, I can okay, so they can hear you as well, Hades.
Yeah, that's good.
So and Legend hears as well. So this is a Q&A chat room where if you have any questions for me and Hades, we're gonna answer them and kind of just break down some of the stuff that's gonna be happening with our channels over the next, well, however long.
Mm-hmm. We got 4 people now by the look of it, but that is also including myself since I'm not really in charge of the whole live stream, so I have to join it as well to read comments.
Yeah. So if there's anyone who's got any questions in the chat right now, send them in. We'll be glad to answer them.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a question. Oh, it actually sends me a notification every time I get a like on this. It's interesting.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's giving me an email notification for my like. So, are you gonna make another part of Pokemon Deku? Okay, Pokemon Deku is a series that I'm trying to take in like short intervals because that is going to be a long ass series, and I'm usually using it as a means of a break between longer, more drawn out series. Like, say I've just worked on an hour and a half long video for DC MHA, I'll try and work on that as like a sort of interim between the next episode I do because I find those ones are shorter. I try to keep them within the 20-minute mark so that they're more robust for what they're meant to be.
Yeah,
I think the next time I'll be making it'll probably be next week because right now I'm trying to start up a bunch of stuff and also trying to finish off Sakuna Deku if I can this week.
Any other questions so far?
For your Homelander Deku story, let Deku be good. I don't want him to be like Homelander Murder Psycho.
You know.
So this one is an interesting thing because like he's not full. Well, it's a complicated thing about Homelander.
I'll help. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much is he like Homelander? Just 1 sec. I've got to deal with something.
All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say Homelander Deku is going to be probably about a 6, with 10 being the most like Homelander. He's going to be doing a lot of morally questionable stuff, so while he won't be like full-on villain mode, he is definitely not a good guy by any stretch of the imagination. It's a little bit more complex than just black and white good evil. I'm glad you'll be looking forward to the Pokemon story, Legend Wolf. I actually really enjoy writing it. Plus, there's some characters I'm really looking forward to introducing with their teams because I've had all these teams made for Pokemon Deku from pretty much the start of the series till now. And I am excited to see what you guys think of the final teams for each of these characters because after the next gym battle against Edgeshot, it's going to be a tournament between most of the characters you've seen plus 2 new ones that you'll see in the next-ish episode. Yeah. So yeah, I think with like in regards to like Homelander Deku, he's not murder psycho level Homelander, but he will still be pretty. He's going to be pretty complex, to say the least. Thor Deku Season 2. So right now, I have about 13 different series going on, including the non-started Thor Deku Season 2. I will probably be getting around to that series very soon, but in regards to how soon it's not likely to be this week. I might start it next week, but with all the stuff that I have going on and the canceling of a few series just because of the sheer amount, I wouldn't expect it this week. And while it may happen next week, I wouldn't hold out hope. It'll probably be the week after, if I'm being perfectly honest. Hope that answers your question. Any other questions? Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to Thor season 2. Oop. Hey. Yeah.
Any questions for me, or are we still on you?
We're on Thor. What series has the highest chance to be canceled? Highest chance to be canceled. Well, this can be used for both of us, honestly. I have to look at what series I have going right now. Hold up. So
I guess out of any of mine, I'd probably have to go with Moon Knight, but that's on it because struggling with writing the finale for it. Since obviously it's the finale, I've got to feel everything I've got planned in one episode. So that's just lovely.
In regards to my series, honestly, with most of them, I'm pretty far into most of them. So the most likely is probably Game of Thrones, but I'm not going to cancel that one. It's just a matter of me finding the time to go through a few more episodes of Game of Thrones so that I can continue writing the story. Thing about that one series is that it also gave me a chance to rewatch the show, so I'm writing it as I'm rewatching it is the thing. What about Bloodbender Deku? Hades, you want to clarify?
That one's for me. Currently, what's happening with that is I am in the middle of writing the latest episode. That makes them happy. Only problem is I'm slowly getting there. So far, you know what, I'm going to leave it a secret for the next step. Gotta give them a reason to watch it.
And Legend can't figure out any more ideas for Pokemon Deku. That's fair. Like, I find with Pokemon Deku, my main thing is trying to make each battle feel fresh. Because, like, with the Fat Gum Gym battle, I don't know if you saw the Pokemon Deku Hades, but
yeah,
I had to write.
I'm not a Pokemon fan. I didn't hate. It's not like I dislike it. It's just that I never really got into it.
Yeah. Well, I had to write 3 different battles for this series for the first gym leader, and I struggled with writing different plots for each of them. And when you're writing 3 different plots for each battle between each different, thanks, you're human, so you have other things to do other than YouTube. That's good. I think that comment was for you, Hades. Hades? I think Hades had to go again. But yeah, in regards to like Pokemon Deku, I think Legend, whenever you're working on like a Pokemon Deku, I found it helped to have like a team of Pokemon I wanted to do before I started the series, but like then I wrote like backstories for each of them, and I have like interesting plots coming up for each of those Pokemon specifically because there are still 2 more team members, I believe, that I haven't done for them. But yeah, I think with like I get what it is. Like it's hard with the Pokemon stories because you have to write out Pokemon battles, and I find that it's really hard to fill in that time gap that it. Oh, Macro, is that in regards to Demon Slayer Nezuko? Are you back, Hades?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
Is that one for me?
He said, thanks, you're human, so you have other things to do other than YouTube. Also, in regards to the Demon Slayer Nezuko, yes, Tanjiro will be a demon. I'm going to say I'm really excited to make Demon Slayer Nezuko as like my first, as my first non-MHA at all series. I'm excited for that. But there's going to be some things that I really am interested to see what people think of. Because like, if you have a suggestion for like a Demon Slayer Nezuko plot point you want me to change, like something you want to change from the original series, I am more than happy to do that. So I don't know if I posted the image that I'm using on. I think I had it in the trailer and on the thumbnail for the video I did for the trailer of the suit he's going to be wearing. But like, it's kind of like a mix of the two. If I'm being honest, it's like a mixture of like a Superman-ish, Ultraman kind of suit mixed with Deku's suit.
I got about Mexico there. I got confused.
Oh yeah, Carol and Gios asked about the Homelander suit, and Legend Wolf about the Pokemon script. I get it, and in all honesty, some of my scripts, whenever I'm just not in the mindset to make them, I tend to go kind of into the improvisation route as well. Which that's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes the best works can come from improvisation. But I feel like if you're struggling, I would recommend like going to watch like old either movies or like just episodes of the series that you liked, and that can give you some ideas. It helped me out whenever I was writing some episodes.
For me, I just either do that or just work on something else in the meantime.
Yeah.
As bad as it sounds, that's what I do, and then when I come back to it, I have a fresh take on it.
Yeah. Any other questions? All right. Oh, we do. Okay, when do you make Superman Deku or Hulk Deku? Because I always search for it. I think there's a text tuber that I follow that actually did a Hulk Midoriya story. And it was pretty good. I can't remember who it was for the life of me, but if I find it, I will recommend it. I'm trying to remember who it was. But in regards to me making a Superman Deku, that one is not likely to happen with me doing both Superboy and Homelander. I don't think I'll do the Superman Deku just because at this point I'm kind of Superman cloned out.
Yeah, me and Superman don't really disagree. Agree, sorry. I only know a few of his villains, like Lex Luthor, obviously, Zod, but Doomsday, but even then. I just find Superman pretty annoying for my taste, and Hulk.
I think we got Yuga Aoyama in the chat. See, I'm in Europe, so I have a very strong opinion on cheese. I love European cheese. I hate the Kraft American cheese. I am sorry, but it is awful.
Yeah, my opinion is I'd never eat cheese on its own, but I'd eat it with something else.
Man literally asked about cheese and said, "Have a nice day." This is just got to be Aoyama. PBB Pokemon Brick Bronze. I'm not familiar.
How do you deal with these?
I think Brick Bronze is like a spin-off game or like a fan game that I'm not familiar with. I'm not entirely. I think Macro's saying he agrees with me about the American Kraft cheese comment.
Yeah.
So, I know this is also like a thing where we'll take questions, but I think if we also want to discuss things like, have you been following with like the latest? Sorry, comment came in.
Pokemon. Drama with Animal.
With what?
Asking about you. What were you gonna say?
Sorry, I got started. So, have you've watched like a lot of Black Clover, right?
Oh yeah.
Have you been following?
I'm not caught up to the latest. I'm not caught up, so don't Please don't spoil.
I won't. Don't worry. I'm not that kind of person. I think, like, as I said that, 4 people just left. They're really going. What is? I don't think I've ever even heard of brick bronze. So that's interesting.
You know my stance on Pokemon. I'm leaving this one to you.
This is one I've never even heard of. Like, I don't know about the fan games that much. I know about Renegade Platinum, and that one was brutal. But in regards to like brick bronze, I don't think I've ever heard of that one. So you've got Bloodbender and Firebender Deku going on right now. I have a question for you. When are you going to do like an actual Izuku as the Avatar story? It's bound to happen.
That one I've not thought of. I probably could, but...
Oh, it was on Roblox. Makes sense. Sorry.
It was on Roblox?
Yeah, Brick Bronze. Apparently it's a Roblox extension. But yeah, I haven't seen like any... I don't really... I haven't watched like the Avatar series in like a long time.
I really got into it when I was about 5, maybe 6. That one it was still allowed to be shown.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still on Netflix and Paramount Plus, but that's it.
See, I started watching it when I was a lot younger. Then I watched the live action movie, and then I never came back to watching it again.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say bad things about the live action movie. I have never dared to watch it.
I just remember it was so slow and I was very bored. Have any of you heard of Lazarus Texting Stories? He's making a really good Superman Deku. You should check him out, Bloodstone. I will do that. How's it? Lazarus?
Write that one down in your notebook.
Lazarus Texting Stories. The Last Son of Krypton. That would be interesting. I'll have to check that out later. Thanks for the recommendation, Nakra. But yeah, I think it looks really cool. Like he's got a pretty good thumbnail for it too. I think I still have to do my Superman Mirio episode for DCMHA.
No, I'm fairly certain you did it.
Oh wait, yeah, I did do that one, didn't I? It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was.
The last thing you did was Shazam. I did a.
You did a brutal ending of all the different Lantern Corps.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was more.
Oh TK, nothing much, nothing much.
Hey TK. Yeah, I think like with DCMHA, I'm excited to see where it goes, but like right now I have so much stuff going on that I just haven't had the time to work on my episode.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, but mine, I feel like I'm making Owlman too OP. It's just the fact that, to me, one of the worst things that I think can never happen in DC is just Batman turning up. And before everyone starts commenting about all people could probably kill him, I just think about all the people who I know Batman has killed. See,
one of the things about like arguments between like who would beat who in each universe that I struggle with is like, you're not comparing apples with apples, and that's the thing. When you say like Superman versus Batman, it has way too many variables for you to actually be able to say who would win that fight. Like, if Batman and Superman...
If Wonder Man intervenes, that completely changes it. If Robin intervenes, that completely changes it.
Yeah, and then if you have Supergirl or what's his name? Superboy have... I don't know how I struggled with that. Supergirl, and then I immediately struggled on Superboy.
Then you just struggle to find Superboy. That is kind of worrying.
I think I was trying to say like the name, like Connor Kent.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like I'm saying, you really can't put the two in a battle without factoring in every variable, and I just don't think that in a battle between the two of them, in my opinion, I think Superman actually would win more out of the other if the two of them were willing to kill.
A point that I have, and I know a lot of people might find this funny, but okay. Look, so I got a question for you. Who is Superman with currently? Who is he slept with?
So I know that he I know that he's slept with Wonder Woman at some points, Lois Lane.
That it?
I'm trying to remember, like in my head. I can't remember if this was like. I think he slept with someone while he was affected by the pink kryptonite, but I can't remember.
Yeah, let's not count that one. Let's not count that one because pink is always worrying because in summer makes him want to sleep with Beyonce and sleep without saying it.
I think there was even
thank you,
one where he
Macro.
slept with like Jessica Cruz, Green Lantern.
No, I feel like that was Flash. I can remember because
Was that
I
Flash?
swear in one of the comics, Flash actually asked her out on a date. So for you Iris fans out there,
Yeah, that's kind of what I modeled like mainly the Setsuna Green Blue Lantern off of was the Jessica Cruz Green Lantern. Also, Macro, thank you so much. That is a very nice thing, and I don't plan on quitting anytime soon. I may not post as regularly as I used to just because of sheer chaos of college and other stuff, but I'm not going to be quitting anytime soon.
Don't put that into me. I'm still waiting for my results.
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like I was saying.
Next then. Name all the people who. Let's go. Green Lantern Hal Jordan.
Who he's been with?
Yeah. If you can name any.
So
just name all the ones that you can remember.
The thing about Hal Jordan is, aside from Star Sapphire, he probably hasn't really slept with many other people that are main characters to the DC franchise. Like they're mainly going to be like just characters that he's had interactions with as like brief one-shot snippets, I think the only other one is Star Sapphire. I don't think he's ever had like
Flash. Now name everyone who Flash has slept with.
Okay, which Flash are we talking? We talking Barry Allen? Or are we talking Wally West? There's two.
Let's go Barry Allen. Let's go the classic. Well, not classic, but I'd say one of the most famous.
Most famous. I don't think I'm familiar enough with like my Flash love interest lore to really know this one. But I would say like Iris is the only one I can really remember.
Now you see, now name everyone who you can think Batman has been playing.
Oh God, that's a list.
So what my point is, everyone always says that Batman got a superpower, but off the top of my head, I know he has slept with Black Canary, Zatanna,
Harley Quinn,
Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn,
Poison Ivy,
Catwoman.
I think there was even one with Power Girl.
Lois Lane.
Did you say Batgirl?
Batgirl, yeah, Talia al Ghul, and I'm already running out of fingers. But run out actually.
Plus, you have all those characters that are just not mainstream enough, like that woman from the Batman versus Robin film. I can't remember the Court of Owls one.
I think you're thinking of Talia al Ghul.
No, like she was like the blonde, like rich lady that.
Oh yeah. That's just to name a few, and people always say he ain't got a superpower, but the guy you got on it, he backs up a list.
See, one of the things I loved,
who's been trying to get with Wonder Woman for about 50 years.
One of the things I liked about the Batman animated series is showing just how charismatic and how different Batman's personality is between Bruce Wayne and Batman. So when you see like when he was captured by Lex Luthor, and then he started to charm Cheetah of all people, who has been known to kill men instantly.
It was in Justice League, and it was just like
Killer Croc.
One of the best things was the fact that when he just, when Joker goes down, he just kill him. Ooh, kill Croc Deku.
Okay, so we got two comments. We got Killer Croc Deku. I will personally never touch Killer Croc after what I saw from the Suicide Squad film before the revamp. I hate Killer Croc in that, and it has forever left a bad taste in my mouth.
He's actually, I don't know his origin. He's actually a pretty sad villain, to be honest.
Oh yeah, but
I call him a villain.
One of the things I didn't understand was like in the poll you did with like Killer Croc versus Lizard. Lizard would win just on the sheer smarts alone that he kept from his human form. Killer Croc.
Yeah, but Killer Croc is really vicious, and he has took on quite a few people. But I can answer that. Snivy Games. I did watch it. loved it for years, but I've kind of dropped off it in one at seasons now. Which one?
See,
The one where it was starting to lose its speed.
I've watched it up until now, and when they started bringing in like all the different forces, I liked the concept, but I think the execution could have been done better. I think like the latest season has kind of been a bit on and off with how good the episodes have been, but like the older seasons are really good.
I loved episode 100 of season 4. I loved that where they just went back to all previous seasons and you got to see all the villains again. Like Zoom on his own, my favourite villains of the entire show.
My favorite was Savitar because I thought that was a really interesting plot.
You got to admit that reveal though, where it turned out that it was a time remnant of Barry. You got to admit that were really well done.
Yeah, and I think like even like the newer villains aren't bad like villains, but in terms of the show, I think
like they're just running out. To be honest,
I feel like there's sometimes when a show needs to die and just needs to end, but they just don't. Big Bang Theory. 14 seasons. That was way too much. Sorry. Got something stuck in my throat there.
Yeah, I will be honest with you though. I would much rather have Grant Gustin as the Flash in the Justice League movies than as Miller.
Bro,
I'm just being honest.
Here's my thing.
That is no hate to people who identify as they or anything. I just don't like him as a person or an actor. Really.
I'm gonna say my opinion on DC EU as a whole right now. My problem is like to be a like comic fan this year has been rough because aside from the Batman, which isn't technically DC extended universe, the DCEU has been flopping about like a fish out of water. The one good hit they've had was arguably Suicide Squad revamp. But
I'll be honest, after all DC films I've watched, I looked up. I thought they were a really amazing film.
Yeah,
and I've loved the idea of the 7 deadly sins actually being demons.
Yeah,
the Batman were just chef's kiss right there.
The Batman was good, but unfortunately, it doesn't really fit. It's not actually a DC extended universe film, and I think that's unfortunate.
It didn't count, but and then there were never saw Justice League.
Justice League, honestly, as much as people love Snyder Cut, and I agree that it is better than the original, that's not a huge bar to jump. I think DCEU has been consistently getting better, but it's not really taking major steps to do so. It's just getting better than the last, honestly, in my opinion, subpar films. And the MCU, I think after Endgame, it just fell off and it's only just starting to pick up now.
Yeah.
With like Multiverse of Madness.
They've lost the original cast of the Avengers, haven't they? I mean,
see you, Legend.
See you, Legend. We've lost Iron Man, who's now, presumably dead. Don't get me into that. And we've got Cap, who's retired. Natasha's dead.
Yeah.
Hulk's retired. Thor's retired. And Hawkeye's retired.
Yeah, and I think the thing I'm having trouble with is all of this replacement characters that they're trying to put in. Like, I like that they're using these underrated characters, but I would have preferred to have seen them come in at a point where they would be part of Endgame. That might sound weird, but I think if they were there and they sort of picked up the mantles after all these heroes went into retirement and sort of passed the torch on at that point, it would be cool. But like with all these we're going to put this in now to say that Clint's not going to be returning in another Avengers film.
I wish would have happened. Or I was hoping when I was science theater, I was hoping that that Conchu were going to pop up in Fall of Thunder. Since, you got all them gods in that one city, I was hoping that he was just going to at least pop up at least once.
So I'm going to be perfectly honest.
Ra was in Moon Knight, but
I'm going to say major spoilers for Thor Love and Thunder. So if you don't want to hear that, I'd suggest tuning out for the next few minutes. I'm going to give my honest opinion of Thor Love and Thunder. One of the worst Marvel films I've seen in a long time.
I'm sorry, but I loved it, Nick.
I had 3 major struggles with this film. it didn't fit Thor's arc, in my opinion, because up until this point he's been losing shit left and right, and he hasn't really gone through any grief or emotion about it after Endgame, which he never really got back at that. All he did was sort of subdue by killing Thanos, and then he just ate his depression away, and they kind of made a 5-minute cutscene to say, yeah, he just worked through all of his issues now. So that was my first issue.
What it seemed like with me were for, let's be honest, out of all the Avengers, despite being a god, he's one who's been losing the most out of the entire Avengers.
Yeah, but that's
first he lost his dad. Well, no, his mum. Lost his mum first. Then his dad. Then his eye. Then his home.
Will do, Macro.
Then his brother. Then his hammer. Forgot about that one. And
but it didn't match the rest of it.
To me, I feel like him having a kidnap, being a dad, I feel like that's gonna help him be better.
I don't think that really made much sense. My other issue with the film was gore. I loved gore, but they gave him like 20 minutes of screen time.
Now that you're saying that, you're not wrong.
And then the other issue I had was this movie didn't really know what sort of genre it wanted to be. At times it looked like a horror film. At times it looked like a weird rom-com. At times it was an action movie. At times it was some sort of it was trying to put in jokes that just didn't really fit the emotions of the scene at the time.
I found the fact that the film just made the Hammers pretty much relationships. Thor pretty much.
I like that as a joke. I like that as a joke for one point of the film, but then they ran that joke into the ground with how many times they brought it up again. Because it's brought up 8 separate times, I think, in the film. And first time it was okay. Second time it was all right. But then they kept doing it and just wouldn't stop doing it.
One of the complaints me mate had was the fact that he hated the fact that Gore was a redemption villain, because when he was watching, he felt really bad for him. Since it showed his origin straight at the start of the film, he felt bad because he said he doesn't like it when Marvel use broken villains, because then he can't help but feel bad for him. And
I don't agree with that per se. Killmonger, for example, he was a redemption villain, but he was one of probably the best Marvel villains of the entire MCU. I don't agree with that, because I think how they writ Gore was good, but they just needed to give him more scenes. You saw 6 minutes of him at the start, 5 minutes of him before they went to go and have that whole scene with Mary Jane, and then it was another 5 minutes and he was gone. They just kind of rushed his character a bit, and I felt like it could have been done better. But because I don't want to have people muted forever, I'm going to suggest we move on from Thor.
Yeah, let's move on. I'll message into chat now. Oh, sweet child of mine.
I think one of the other things that I have a struggle with, though, MCU and DCEU wise, is none of them are really making any major steps right now. I think Multiverse of Madness is arguably the closest thing we've gotten.
Yeah.
But
one thing that I've realized is DC, they're not really going any heavy hitters, are they?
Well, DC's
Flash, Aquaman, you can argue that they are. I feel like Black Adam might be a massive turning point for them.
Yeah, I think
Marvel, they're kind of grasping at straws at this point. Think about all the stuff with Disney Plus they've added this year.
Disney Plus was the worst.
She-Hulk, Miss Marvel. You got to admit, they aren't really the most famous heroes, are they?
Here's the thing. I think what's happened is DC has a turning point that it needs to work with, and that's it needs to use its magic heroes. Constantine, Zatanna, and Black Adam are the right steps to take, and they're taking it. And I think that could really save the DCEU for me personally.
That's what you need to think of with Black Adam coming out. That's introducing us to tons of different heroes.
But they also wasn't
Hawkman,
Adam.
Dr. Fate is a massive DC hero that not many people know about. To the point that he's on almost a godlike level, no one really knows about him.
But I think
is a real cool thing to do.
I think where the MCU is going wrong is Disney Plus. When they started making show after show on Disney Plus, that no one really cared about. I would say the best one that they put out was What If. The rest of them, I'm a little bit mixed on. Loki was arguably the better of the non What If shows.
I'm being honest. Out of all of them, I'd say I hadn't really seen that many banners. The only ones that I didn't like were Miss Marvel. I'm not going to watch that She-Hulk, to be honest.
The only thing that's
but I did like Falcon. I did like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Love that with a passion. I just thought it was real cool to watch.
I just think that the Disney Plus shows are kind of what's killing the DC or the MCU right now. And I think they need to keep doing more movies and work harder on those movies rather than making 8-episode series about characters that people are a little bit less inclined to talk about.
Yeah. I will be honest though, I feel like what they're doing is like using the shows to build the universe quicker. Like you got to admit with movies, it is a bit annoying when you have to like watch them. Then you need to wait for the next part to get the next part of major story.
Yeah, and I can see that to an extent, but I think
That's
when you look at like
Shang-Chi, I love the film, but one of the main things I made clear to all my mates, I had no clue who Shang-Chi was until the movie. I'd heard of him, but I didn't really know who he was as a character before that.
I don't know how, but I still haven't seen Shang-Chi or the Eternals yet. Like I couldn't bring myself to watch the Eternals because
everyone watching the stream just hate on Bloodstone right now.
Wow. No, I think what the MCU needs to do is they need to start picking up steam. They need to start making more movies, less TV shows to try and capitalize on Disney Plus. Because that's...
And try and just adding more heavy hitters. Like Marvel, you got to admit, they have some really powerful, really cool, really famous characters. But they're not doing anything with. It's like, one of the things that kind of annoyed me were, I'm going to be honest, Venom 2. I did not like that one bit, mainly because
you were
the
hurting
whole thing were called Let There Be Carnage. We saw Carnage for about 20 minutes overall.
Okay, that is not true.
It was just Venom and Eddie trying to live the lives without one another. It felt like I was watching a rom-com.
Oh, that hurts me in my soul because I disagree with everything you just said. I loved Venom Let There Be Carnage. It was one of my favorite like non-MCU Marvel films.
I'll be honest, I love the fight scene where Venom finally fought Carnage, but one of the main things I've gone about it were, you know that scene where Venom just runs, gets back in Eddie's body and says, oh shit, it's a red one. That happened at the end of the movie. That'd be like Batman saying,
thank you, Snivy.
Joker, at the end of the movie. Like, I've just got to see it, man.
My big thing about Venom lately is I am pissed at how they handled Venom in No Way Home. I was expecting him to actually come in and be helpful, and then they just gave him...
One thing that you need to think of is what they've done is to set up building stones. Like, they pretty much said that, I like what they did, mainly because with Tom Holland's universe, they can have Venom be a villain. But with Venom, they can still have him be a hero. So that means, you don't have to worry about one another being cut out of the mainstream media. Since you got to admit, if they did Spider-Man 4, where it was literally just Tom Holland fighting Eddie Brock, you got to admit, if it ended with Tom killing Venom, everyone will be furious. Since, let's be honest, Venom were one of Marvel's biggest bangers in the decade, really. In my opinion, I thought it was really well done. Loved the fact that they gave Venom some screen time, but it was the fact that what really annoyed me with Let There Be Carnage is we barely saw Carnage, and he's like the main villain. I feel like it would have been better if they would have had Carnage attack Venom first, like halfway through the film. That way, Venom could have been like shaky to fight him, nearly get beaten to death, where maybe they might distract them both with sound. But it's just, I can't help it. It's just I felt like it was annoying how they're written in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
and I get that.
You got me. It would have been better if Venom got more screen. Venom and Carnage got more fight scenes. Like, yeah, the last one was really cool, but you had to sit through about an hour and a half just to get to it.
See, the problem with that though is that if you can't really have more than one fight scene between the two because unless Carnage literally kills Venom, he's not going to stop, and unless Venom kills Carnage, he's not going to stop. So the two of them really couldn't interact with each other in a way that they could fight without both of them being killed or one of them being killed.
At the least, they should have like Carnage going pretty much a rampage where we're just like you were trying to get Venom's attention.
I mean, he did kidnap a police officer, a priest, and a woman.
Yeah, but that again was near the end of the film.
I mean, it was a shorter film than most Marvel films, to be fair.
Yeah, I'll give you that. It was short.
Oh, and Beck's in the chat. Yeah, I think they are doing an Andrew Garfield thing with like, isn't it like meant to be a series where it's like Venom, Morbius, and a couple others?
Oh yeah, that's one. I'm honestly not sure if it's going to be in Tom Holland or if it's going to be in Andrew.
I'm not sure.
Because Morbius, he met up with Vulture. Vulture met up with Scorpion in End of Homecoming.
See, I don't know
and
where
now
that
we've
stands.
got Venom in Tom Holland, so we could be making a Sinister Six right now.
I don't know where that stands continuity-wise because they outright said that Morbius is set in a different universe to the Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Oh, it's...
Dude,
do you remember when with the whole switching universe thing?
Yeah.
Like, you know, when Tom brought the multiverse?
Yeah.
Well, Vulture got sent to Morbius's universe.
Yeah, and
since he's free, you know.
I just think that continuity-wise, that one is a very confusing topic to bring up, and it is just a whole can of worms that hold up.
Let's just admit, if they do at some point make a Sinister Six film with Spider-Man, I don't know, Tom Holland, Andrew, would you still go see it?
See, Andrew Garfield was a Spider-Man that was one of my favorites, even though a lot of people hate on him.
I didn't give him a chance.
Well, here's the thing. He wasn't the problem with his movies. The problem was the villains, in my opinion. I think Green Goblin in Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man was awful. And I'm glad that they fixed the Electro in the new No Way Home. But like, I don't think he was to blame for what was wrong with like the movies.
Yeah, it's like one thing I will admit, Andrew, I love both of his films. Problem why he didn't get a chance, didn't get a proper chance like Toby or Tom.
Here's the thing,
still, he was an amazing Spider-Man, pun intended.
My opinion on each Spider-Man has their own issues, but in my opinion, I think Tom Holland, up until No Way Home, kind of came off as a spoiled brat. Not like a over-the-top spoiled brat, but he had everything pretty much given to him on a silver platter, and when it wasn't, he kind of acted like a toddler about it at times. Andrew's issue was, again, the villains. I found that they were poorly designed, poorly executed, and at times...
Be honest. First time seeing Amazing Spider-Man 2, when you saw Gwen Stacy die, what did you cry? Be honest.
That was one of the most tragic deaths in any Marvel film. Not the most, but one of the most.
I loved, well, as bad as it sounds, I loved how they put that in the movie, because that is a major turning point for Spider-Man, no matter where you're from. Like, no matter what comic you're looking at, if it ever happens, it's always a massive turning point.
Yeah, but like with the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, that's the only one where I actually had a problem with the Spider-Man itself. Like, while I loved the villains, Doc Ock, Green Goblin in that, Sandman, they were all perfectly written. I just didn't really agree, or not agree, but like I didn't really vibe with the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. It just didn't really feel that interesting in my opinion. I think Andrew Garfield, he had the sort of angsty teen about him, and Tom Holland had the Iron Man about him. But like Tobey Maguire, I was a little bit meh. Yeah, he was a good Peter Parker, I guess, but even that I was a little bit meh on. I think Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was like carried majorly by the villains. But I think my favorite Spider-Man itself was Andrew. My favorite villains was Tobey, and my favorite like continuity is probably the Tom Holland era. Also, I don't know if you're still into Cole Hades. A bit ago, you made an MHA tier list, or I think it was you, and you said that you hate Bakugo because he's angry for nothing. So, okay, about my opinion about Bakugo, that is pure. That has a few different factors to it. And in regards to the nitroglycerin thing, I did not know about that. I don't know what the effects of that really has to do with Bakugo's angry nature. But anyway, I'll quickly sum up what I said in that. I don't like his whole inferiority complex at times when it comes to Deku because it makes no sense because he's done nothing but beat Deku except in one battle, which even All Might stated was mainly thanks to Ida, or more thanks to Uraraka going and actually going for the bomb because Deku was going all in on his own. So even then, Bakugo technically overpowered Deku. He's done nothing but beat Deku in almost everything he's been in, and yet somehow he still has that inferiority complex, and I just think it doesn't really make sense.
That's where I disagree with you. I kind of understand why he's got this inferiority complex because of the fact that as we're going, I think if we in canon, I swear they said that Deku actually is smarter than Bakugo. As dumb as it sounds, Bakugo is pretty smart despite how over aggressive he is.
Oh yeah,
They've both been looking up to the same person, haven't they? All Might. That's been both their idols since they were kids. Bakugo, he's had the talent since you were born, but Deku hasn't had it. And the fact is, this kid who you've known your entire life, who's always been weaker than you, is suddenly getting everything you wanted. You gotta make that word annoy you. Wait 1 second. Just gotta go take care of something.
yeah, but kind of building off of what Hades said, my opinion on Bakugo comes from two things that I think the manga actually has Bakugo explain why Sarita is sent for that reason. That's pretty stupid for a reason. Yeah, I mean, I like the character arc that Bakugo has, and while I don't like Bakugo in the first few seasons, I think he really had no reason to be as petulant as he was. I think nowadays I would say that I definitely prefer him to how I like my opinions of him definitely change over time as I see more and more of him, and especially in the manga side of things. Like with the latest chapters of the manga, I have grown some respect for that man that I didn't think was possible. But I just early Bakugo, not a fan. Newer Bakugo, definitely a fan. And yeah, I just when it comes to like Bakugo, I have a very mixed relationship. Like I think he could be such a cool character, and I think he does become it at times. Like especially in the 1A versus 1B battle when he finally learns teamwork, that was cool.
Oh no! It's definitely not because of the fact that you saved your best girl.
That may have something to do with it, but I will not confirm nor deny. What'd you call me out like that for?
Couldn't help it.
But I mean, it's not just that he saved her, although that definitely earned him some brownie points. But regarding nitric acid conglomerates, low blood flow pressure is deathly dangerous and has to constantly be stressed and angry or he can pass out. I did not know that was how that worked. I'm gonna be honest, my science and geography skills are subpar at and that's being generous.
Mine are non-existent.
I know a little bit about like
From a guy
pH
who's in the
scale.
second highest set in my year, I did not know a thing about science. I wasn't even in there for math skills because math skills were even worse.
But I mean, in regards to the nitroglycerin sweat quirk, the only thing I will say about that is that we're talking about a universe where we have literal people who shoot tape out of their arms and they have freaking what's it called? People who grow hair all over their body like Shida. And and I struggle to find that as an acceptable excuse for why he's still a bit of a dick, for lack of a better word.
Just realised I haven't watched the latest episode of Overlord yet.
Of what?
Overlord.
Oh yeah, is that any good? I haven't seen anything about that.
I think it's really good.
Like I hear you and like others talk about it in the Kaiser chat, but like I haven't watched it myself.
Yeah, I think it's real good, me, but that's just my opinion.
That's one of the isekai type animes, isn't it?
Yeah,
The only ones I've seen of those, I saw Sword Art Online, and then I gave up after Gun Gale Online. That was
I gave up at the exact same time. Don't worry.
what's my so my favorite anime is like it is hard to choose. I'm gonna do top three. Number three is MHA. It may surprise you, but it is not my favorite anime. It's just the one that I like writing about the characters the most.
I've been good. I've been good. Renegade. Is that how you say your name? Renegade?
I'm gonna assume so. But in
That's all.
my top three animes, it's MHA is number three. Number two is probably Seven Deadly Sins. And then number one is Demon Slayer by a large margin. Demon Slayer has to be one of my favorite animes that I've ever seen.
For me, it's my hero number one because I love superheroes and that Demon Slayer creator is really cool. Definitely Demon Slayer for number two. And then number three, probably Black Clover.
Black Clover's like number four for me. I can't put it above those other three. And
just love the fact that Asta is like one of those people were never really born with any special gift, but after training, he is one of the most powerful.
Okay.
Also, he has the devil in him.
Okay, we have three different comments I'm going to go through. Benjamin, I do agree with you. I do think that it makes more sense if you simplify it down a lot, but you have to go very far away. I have actually not seen Hunter x Hunter yet. Have you?
Nope, that is a nope.
I heard it was really good, and I do plan to watch it, but I just haven't had the time.
And Snivy, please don't spoil it for me, please. I watched the anime, not the manga.
I have seen it, and it was beautiful, but I'm not going to spoil it for Hades.
Thank you.
Favorite antagonist? Oh. That's hard.
Perfectly frank, I know this is going to sound like a really dumb answer, but all for one with Muzan Kabutsuji, I can't say his last name, but him being a really close second male because of the fact that the music for when they appear is so cool, and the fact that all for one, he's just a really powerful villain ever since it started the series. A guy who can take quirks and have multiple. They straight up said that having multiple quirks is almost impossible.
I think my favorite. I think my favorite of all of the antagonists I've seen from anime, which there are a lot, I'll be honest.
Same.
My favorite is like a tie between Zeldris and Muzan. Mainly because when you look at Muzan, I'll bring up All for One. All for One's cool, but I can't get over the fact he's literally just a Darth Vader cosplayer, and we already have another one of those in MHA.
Ooh.
Muzan he just emits badass aura from the second you see him on screen. He literally looks like a kid for one of his scenes, and he still emits, "I will kick your fucking ass."
That's why he's a close second for me, because he is a real creepy villain. And
then Zeldris is just very well written as an antagonist because he's not just plain cut evil for the sake of it.
He's asking the big questions, and I already know AJ's answer. Well, Bloodstone, sorry.
And my favorite side character, honestly, that's pretty much a non-starter for me. I don't really have an opinion on most of them, but I guess if I had to pick, my favorite side character is Kirishima.
That's a surprise. I wonder if it has anything to do with
it. Yeah, who would have guessed?
Yeah, just have a look at Macabee's question. I already know what y'all going to say.
So. I dug down and started asking a big question, like I said. Which female anime character do you honestly feel you could get married to and raise a family with? Oh, that's a question.
I'm waiting for
it. Yeah, I'm a Jiro simp, I have to be honest. Jiro, no questions asked.
Knew it.
Deviating from the previous questions, what do you think about the collabing on something like a Super Mario Bros. AU?
I am not caught up on that. I played Super Mario's, but that was when I was about 3 or 4, so I'm not caught up.
The thing I'd struggle with like that series in particular is that I don't know what we would do for a plot in regards to that one. Like, aside from going the basic Bowser kidnaps Peach and then we just butcher a bunch of villains, I don't really
Or over some
know.
turtles, but yeah, just read Renagi's comment. Just
Muzan is Michael Jackson. Yeah,
yeah,
that is not a new
that'd be
opinion, but it is a
random.
very funny one. What is your opinion on the
My,
Dragon Ball
I've,
franchise?
I've actually never seen it.
I have been
I
very in and out with Dragon Ball. So, with regards to Dragon Ball, I watched a few of the movies and I watched like some of the earlier series episodes. I cannot remember which ones because like I watched these when I was a lot younger, so I lost interest in it afterwards and I just never got back into it. And now that I've seen that a good there's a good chunk of episodes that I've not watched, I'm just like I can't bring myself to watch that many because like I didn't even really find that I was that invested in the series like as a kid. So nowadays I'm not as keen to watch it, but like I do appreciate the appeal of some of the characters. I just won't do it myself. That's why I'll never write like a Dragon Ball AU because it would mean I'd have to really kind of watch up and read onto the lore of it.
yeah, I've just never seen it.
Mirko, hands down, nobody
Right.
beats Mirko. I like. Are you sure you're not just
Uh,
God Emperor Kaiser in disguise? Uh,
I'm just trying to avoid that question because I honestly didn't know that.
SMBZ has a Sonic and Mario collab animation style of Dragon Ball. That sounds
Big fight,
incredibly complex.
big fights, yeah, boys.
All I see is simps. You are not wrong.
If Mesh Fiona better snippy, I've not answered it. I've not answered it.
Well, now that you bring that up, I think you need to answer the question, my friend. You should have just kept your mouth shut.
I should have. Give me a couple of minutes on that one.
Does anyone know S? I'm not sure if that was a mistake or not. Yeah, in regards to like Dragon Ball, I don't think I'll ever do a series on it. Here's the thing. I haven't even watched like the big 3 animes like all the way through. I've started watching Bleach, but I am not going to watch 600 episodes of Naruto filler, and I'm not going to watch the over 1,000 episodes of One Piece. I cannot do that. I don't have the time, the willpower, or the
Yeah, I've
mental
never
strength.
really been interested in One Piece.
Like, I am sure they're good shows, and I like the look of some of these characters. I see you in the chat, Hades. Don't you try it.
Oh,
But like,
I attempted.
but yeah, One Piece, I can't bring myself to watch that much. I mean, it looks cool, and I like the design of some of the characters, and then I don't like the design of others. Big Mom and Blackbeard are just kind of goofy looking. One Piece, I will probably never do, if I'm being perfectly honest. The closest you'll get is the current Universal Collision I'm doing, but even that is spread out across multiple animes, so that's not really a fully One Piece dedicated series. Benjamin Vine on my public account here. I must have SMBZ because me. My favorite Pokemon is Sandslash, easily.
Charizard because I don't know that many.
To be fair, you are literally Nintendo in that regard. All they love is Charizard. We got Charizard, Charizard Junior, Charizard Medium. Is more like
One pinch.
Snivy and Mudkip. Not a bad shout.
That's how you say it. Miracle is the best. Her thighs are the best thing to happen to anime. I think Bloodstone might have something to disagree with that way.
Are you trying to get me hated? Tyrannodor is not a bad pick. The Godzilla aesthetic, chef kiss. But yeah. I have a bunch of animes that I've been meaning to watch. Like I've started watching Bleach recently, like only just got into watching a few episodes. I got to like Urahara's training battle, I think. Question time. If you can choose any power whatsoever, would it be? Be it flight. Honestly, no. Oh, that's hard. Shut up, Hades. I swear to God. Okay. So about the power, what would I choose? I don't want to be like omnipotent god level. I don't need all for one's quirk. I don't want the stress and the hassle that would come with that. Because
You know, now that you said that, I'd go with one's quirk simply by the fact that using that I could get.
why did you make that a thing?
Yeah. Thank you, Macro. Thank you.
Oh, that's gonna suck. Okay. If I had to pick a power that I'd want, I'd probably go with like a brand new animal character, just because I like the ability to fly, but like they have some cool ass shit. Like Sylvasta, especially, he turns into a literal god three-headed dog thing. That is cool. I'm gonna try and move on before I get actually canceled. What was my first starter Pokemon? That would probably be Turtwig. At least Snivy's on my side, right?
Yep.
I respect. I know everything has to be prepared. Yeah, I like simplicity, and it's kind of nice to have that every now and then. It was kind of a shame that I canceled Brand New Animal because I didn't really know where to go with it without just copying the main story of the actual show. But like the characters were fun.
Gave that one chance.
His first start was Tepig. I found that
Mine was this crocodile thing.
Totodile?
Oh damn! I think we're cancelling everybody here.
All right. Well, you want to start? I have to figure out what. No, I don't know what button is the hashtag anymore because I'm using a different nationality computer to what it's actually saying.
Hey, you might want to check your posts as well.
What? No way. Why have you started this?
You know, if I get at least one person to comment on our next video, that I'll be happy. I will know I have done a good job. Also, it makes me feel better. I put it on my post as well. Oh man, you only used my full name.
Nope, I'm not giving you the satisfaction. You don't deserve it after what you started.
Okay, brain free. One advice I would give you is go with a character who is less known or used. Oh, come on, Snivy. Come on.
Okay, one bit of advice I'd say try something original because
if you do something that's played out, not many people watch it.
But if you do something original, like for me, the thing that I did was I went with my Depressed Ismina, but I took a very different take to it, and it became almost like a Civil War story that everyone.
Renegi, you really switch your sides on me like this.
Yes, Renegi, flip flop to my side.
But yeah, one of the first things I did was actually Joker Deku, which at the time wasn't that dumb.
God damn it!
I remember just sitting at home trying to find a good one. I only found one, and it was
I removed your comment.
Episodes, and thank you, Mako, defending my side.
I removed your comment.
There were like one couple episodes, and then it just stopped after 2 weeks. They decided to make me on, and here I am at 19k. Not bad.
See, I started with like a very slow picking up of following. It first kind of picked up towards the ignored Izujiro, which people really liked. And I do want to revamp it. I just don't know how I would make it different. And then
I recently started revamping my Neglected Deku, which I have done a couple of times.
See, I've done like 3 different ignored series, and I think my favorite one to write was definitely the ignored Izukendo. But
Ronagi. Or is it Ranagi?
Ronagi. Okay. But yeah, like my favorite to write was ignored Izukendo, but my favorite like the public's favorite was Ignore Zujiro by a long shot. Ronagi. Favorite chip is Ujiro, no questions.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it really is hard. Like whenever you're first starting out, you don't really know how or when or if your channels.
One of the best things I have to say was the fact that back when I was doing Joker, I was like 6 episodes in. I was a good solid 200 subscribers, not bad. And I remember waking up one morning to see that I'd jumped to about 800. I think, what the hell? And then I got a notification saying that this YouTuber was at about 5K, had shared one of my videos and said, how come I only had 200? So that was just like massive kick up. And that was back when I used to go like BNH. And yep, it was like, Snag, you might be switching over to my side, dude.
I don't deny anything about being a Jiro simp. That was noted from the beginning.
I feel like Renagi felt left out.
Wait, I thought somebody did put cancel Renagi. Yeah, Macro did.
Oh.
And in regards to Snivy, I will never stop simping for Jiro. That will never happen.
Okay, so just Renagi just a helper of chaos.
Renagi cancelled himself.
He's either the middleman or he's just trying to cause chaos.
Yeah. But one thing I would say, Brain Free, is that it's really hard to when you start it off because you don't know what's going to happen. Like, I've seen some text tubers that started off and they had a lot of hate comments for making a pretty basic story that they just didn't like. But I would say with regards to starting up, it is hard. And if you have like text tuber contacts, which was something that really helped whenever I first worked with Hades, I gained like 1,000 subscribers just because he shouted me out on my, what was it? It was Young Justice, right?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, whenever he shouted me out for Young Justice, that was kind of when it started going pretty good. I'm going to pause for a second. All right, I'm back.
Yeah, the live chat's been going for us before you've been gone. During that couple of seconds.
Or simping for Miracle, but like, I'm sorry, Jiro's fine.
Am I one of the only simps am I one of the only people with the simping currently? Apart from Snivy. Snivy, you are.
Snivy is trying to be the white knight, but it is just not going well for him.
Yeah. He's attempting. I'll give him. Well, he or she is attempting all day. I don't know gender pronouns, okay? So I always say guys. They probably do.
Snivy needs an army. The last thing a Snivy needs is an army. So, I had a question about Demon Decker.
Oh, yeah.
One thing I've noticed across your channel is you like using the 7 Deadly Sins a lot.
Yeah, it's just, I find it a cool concept. Don't judge.
No, I agree. I love the 7 Deadly Sins. I'm just wondering, like, do you reckon it's got anything to do with, like, the actual show 7 Deadly Sins?
No, it's just the...
How am I crazy?
I think it's back to what you said about Jiro. I'm assuming it's a bit of delay. Pause for a second.
I need Superior to help me. See, I know what Superior does in competitive, so I know what you're. I know that that is going to suck if I ever have to fight you. I'm joking. Superior is a cool Pokemon. I did not enjoy fighting it in like Gen 5 competitive. That was complete bullshit. The main thing was that I just kept getting destroyed by it. It's not my least favorite Pokemon though. Does anyone have any questions for me and Bloodstone in the chat? All right, what's your question? Hades, you're screwed now. Okay, so can you call another starter Pokemon? No, because I don't want to deal with Cinderace. So, considering all that I've made, so one thing that I started doing recently that I really enjoyed was I enjoyed making that like the last few trailers I've been doing, they were really fun to make. And I plans for the future. I do want to continue doing texting stories, but I do want to in the future do some other stuff as well. Maybe a gaming thing, but I don't really know if that would really take off too much. Macro, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ban you from saying anything else in chat. I'm sorry. Mirko does not beat out Jiro. And Hades, you will fall to the dark side. Snivy, you will lose your only brethren.
Yeah, I'm back.
Gaming is much harder to take up. Yeah, I don't really know if I'd actually start a gaming account. It's not really. It's just like an idea I had, but I didn't really have any games that I think would really be that interesting to people that they would want to watch. Like, I could do playthroughs of Pokemon and stuff and see what people think, but like, it just wouldn't really be that interesting, you know? Any other questions?
I mean, I've kind of got asked, do I simp for anyone? I'm still kind of thinking about that. The song. Because the problem is, with me, it depends on what day you're asking me. Because it changes.
Are you open to AU ideas, whether it be future reference or usage? Okay, so Macro, you're wrong. Brain Free, I am open to any suggestions, but I will say I will not be likely to do it anytime soon, just on the fact that I have so many series going and I have so many series coming up that I'm excited to do. So I will take the suggestion, I will put it down in my notes as I've done. I think I've done it a decent amount in the past, but I will take ideas.
I've got a question for you, Bloodstone. I've got a question for you. And I'll say yes. Brain Free, I am also open for ideas if you want to let me know any. But my question is, if how are you with Star Wars? Like, what's your take on it?
I love the prequels. I love the originals. I do not like everything after that.
So my question to you is, would you rather be on the light side of the Force or the dark side?
Oh, dark side, easily.
Like, to say that the Jedi are more open, the dark side get way cooler powers.
Yeah, I mean, they have that thing where they can like make their face look like anything they want to, and they have. I mean, Darth Maul has the coolest lightsaber in all of Star Wars.
To say it was only basic, yeah, double-sided.
It was one of the best designs I've seen in Star Wars for a lightsaber. And I also say, like, in regards to the dark side of the Force, the other thing that they have is they have all of those interesting little gimmicks. Like they can disguise themselves like Palpatine did. They go by such awesome sounding names like Darth Maul, Darth Plagueis, Darth Sidious. They have some of the coolest names, coolest designs. Meanwhile, you have the light side, which are basically just glorified Force cops.
Mm, you are not wrong.
Plus, honestly, Darth Vader might be one of the best villains in all of media.
My favorite Sith. Sith.
Sith? Easily Darth Vader, no questions.
I'm in between Darth Vader and Darth Maul. But if you're asking about worst, I'm just gonna go with a good old Kylo Ren. Hated that Darth Vader ripoff with a passion.
Yeah, I think I didn't like the sequels at all. They were kind of mediocre to me.
Mediocre is being generous.
My main problem comes from like the spin-off stories that they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Have I done it?
I will be honest, I did like the Clone Wars. Clone Wars loved the show. And also I'm actually watching a bit of the Bad Batch and I thought that's actually pretty decent.
Okay, so Captain Sparklefingers is a reference to Thor Ragnarok. I know that much. Transfer Deku, I am thinking of doing it, but I don't know what I would do with it just yet.
Could give them like I don't know, like maybe a lightning quirk.
And Snivy, I highly doubt anyone simps for anyone besides Princess Leia in the Jabba the Hutt prisoner outfit. Even my dad as a kid would simp for that.
And let's be honest, Princess Leia was the only female in the entire universe
that didn't have like tendrils coming out of her head or something.
One of the things that I found so dumb with the fact Luke asked who's his sister. He's only ever met one female in the entire universe apart from his auntie.
Yeah, but at the same time, just because he's only met one female doesn't mean that there's only one female left.
I guess.
But yeah, I do think that literally Leia is the only. So I don't have to.
Oh, yeah. Now I get the reference. It's also from Shazam as well, now that you mentioned it.
I do not remember it in Shazam.
Remember the one that coming up with names and he ends up shooting off some lightning and they say Captain Sparklefingers.
See, I'm more of a MCU prior to Phase 4 fan than I am a DCEU fan, so I think that's why you probably got the Shazam reference before I did.
Oh, no, I got the reference because they straight up said Macro and Shazam.
Oh. I didn't even see that.
Some live you're not noticing such a small detail.
Yeah, Brain Free, feel free to share any ideas you have that you want us to take a look at. We're more than willing to check them out. So you mind giving a second opinion? Sure, no problem.
I don't mind either.
I love MCU. I think most people. Could you really put cancel Bloodstone again?
Maybe.
Okay. I do agree that MCU is better than DCEU at the moment. However, in terms of where it's going, I think DC is about to get a whole lot better and Marvel's about to get a whole lot worse. Why does that keep taking off?
That's the question. Why not? Yo, get Bloodstone.
No, not really. I'm really done.
At least you got Snivy defending you.
Thank you, Snivy. You're cool.
Doesn't defend you being a simp, but does defend you about being cancelled.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think in terms of like Star Wars content, some of the best Star Wars videos I've seen was from MHA Storyteller. He does some amazing Star Wars content.
Okay, I came back. What the heck has happened?
Okay, in short layman's terms, everyone's simping for Mirako or Jiro. Me. Actually, I think everyone at this point has been cancelled except you, Beck. So just be prepared.
I started this cancelling thing off, by the way, Beck.
Yeah. I have this AU in mind called the Fastest Hero, where basically MC is Sonic with the same power. His name is Japanese for speed, and he goes to AUA. He can run. Sounds interesting. I'm one half of a channel, so What? Stop spamming cancel Bloodstone, Hades.
Okay. I meant that may last him. Yes,
Snivy, no, you were the chosen one.
To answer your confusion, Beck, Snipe was the only one in this entire chat who never said cancel Bloodstone.
You've turned my one ally against me.
Cancel no one. Oh, brain free, trying to be in between. Come on, Beck.
Cancel
join the dark
no one.
side.
Brain free, you are a great person.
Come on, Beck. Join the dark side.
Don't join the dark side. Stay with the good side.
Come on. Who would you ever team up with, Darth Vader or Luke Skywalker? Come on.
Okay, that's not fair. Luke Skywalker is the only cool Jedi. Oh no.
Nah, I'm waiting for it. Come on, Beck. Come on, you know you want to. Do it. Oh man.
Let's go! Heaven and Hell texting stories. I have to check that out.
Okay, I like that reference from Snivy.
I am Darth Macro and you will fail. Yeah, that's cool. Don't worry, I'll go through a 3-movie arc and return to the light.
Oh, don't about General Grievous. He's still part of the dark side. He was a separatist.
To be fair, everyone on the dark side except Anakin got pretty much shafted by Palpatine anyway.
True.
Maul, Dooku, Grievous.
Maul just got betrayed. Oh, come on, Snivy.
Yes, Snivy. The legend has returned. It's Return of the Jedi. I didn't even think that through.
You know, take you a while to come up with that one.
Shut up. But yeah, I think Sonic. Sorry, it's cool. Yeah, but I like my freedom. Oh god. Also, we only have one video, which is an intro to the channel. I represent now. I mean, given that your profile picture is
I've
pretty.
already subscribed.
Given that your profile picture is pretty much a demon, I wasn't expecting you to be the angel side, if I'm being perfectly honest. I'll have to subscribe now. You said it was Heaven and Hell texting stories?
Yep. It is like biblical picture of Jesus.
Did you really put a hashtag cancel Bloodstone in your post and mine?
Yes.
You are testing my patience.
You know, I could test it really more as well. I'm tempted to.
Macro, no!
Wait, what's he done?
No.
Yes. Oh, is Sniper coming back?
I keep finding like videos, but there's the channel. 9 subscribers right now?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, there it is.
Oh, come on, Beck. Come on.
Oh, he screwed both of us. Don't worry.
Oh, come on.
Oh, no, how did Beck start a trend? What?
Watch this and take off, man. I'm hoping that Matt grows a good fan. And
I'm hoping Brain Free will stick with the good side. Yeah. Brain Free.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Oh my god.
Yes, I made that reference.
That's fair. Does anyone else have a question?
Is so far quiet. I'm ready for either. Yeah. I've kind of got Snipers just on my case now. Bloodstone, you good?
Snivy's against you, Macro's against me. Then you got Beck who's saying, screw both of you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
What's wrong with head? Hades, do you mean?
Okay. One anime that I would definitely recommend that I have a very small cult following with is Eden Zero. Nobody seems to know what it is besides me.
One that I think is good is Overlord, Classroom of the Elite. That's pretty decent as well. What's wrong with your head? Who, me or Bloodstone?
Given that Macro's been on my case most of the time, I think he's talking about me.
Could be everyone.
But yeah, Eden Zero, it's a good anime. I like it, but unfortunately, it doesn't really have the masses following it. It's actually very closely related to Fairy Tail. Like it even has cameos from some of the characters.
Scissor 7, that's a fairly decent one. I like that people don't really give that much thought into. Who, me or Bloodstone? I'm assuming it means you because you mentioned Fairy Tail.
Yeah. Macro is still on the Mirako simping.
I tell you, let's have a debate now. Let's have a debate. Jiro or Mirako?
Okay.
Everyone comment your answers in the chat.
Nope. I'm gonna send a poll. Hold up.
We'll now vote.
There you go, guys. Wait, what? Did I?
I know my honest answer, but just to piss off Bloodstone.
You dick. Oh no. Wait. Okay, whoever voted Jiro, you're an actual legend.
Okay.
No, I feel like this is just a personal attack. Can I vote?
But brain free. Scissor 7. It's about this teen, yeah, called Seven, who's pretty much he's a barber in short.
I'm ending this poll because it hurts.
He has like these scissors that he can control with his mind. But what he is in reality is he's a hitman who is terrible, and I mean terrible. It's on Netflix if you want to check it out. It's got 3 seasons so far. It's getting a movie and a 4th season soon. And pretty much one of the main things is the fact that I see that Bloodstone is he has amnesia and don't remember who he is. And for the entire show, they still haven't really gave us an idea of who he was. But all I'm going to say is, because I don't want to ruin it, you wonder after the first couple of episodes of who this guy is. Because I think it's really cool, and the music it adds to some of the fight scenes is both. Well, it has some really comical ones, and it's also got some really sick fights in general. Same with music as well, because they had in season 1 to end it off. There's this really cool music that they play for fight that's still in my head.
Okay, I'm gonna ask the chat something.
No problem.
Leave a comment saying an answer to these 3 questions: your favorite anime character, your favorite anime in general, and your least favorite anime.
Oh damn!
No simps shall remain. Snivy, I'm afraid you're in a chat full of simps. You're kind of.
I'm in a part of Yorkshire. I'm not going to say which one, but I just kind of. So yeah, right. Nice hearing.
Irima.
Some respect, Irima.
I'm not familiar, or at least I'm not recognizing the name.
He's from like this Devil Academy thing.
Ah. Wait, is everyone in this chat British?
Wait a minute here. Wait a minute.
I'm Welsh. Beck's British. We got Hades, who's British. Snivy seems to be British. Oh, that's neat. See, my mum's American, my dad's Welsh, so. Okay, the questions were favorite character, favorite anime, least favorite anime.
Ah, unless you're the least favorite one.
I don't know what. Because, like, wait, hold up a minute. Kimetsu no Yaiba. Demon Slayer's Demon Slayer's a cool ass anime. I mean, I get it if you think that the story's a little bit bland every now and then, but like most animes don't exactly have that much of a different story, so I can't really fault any anime over another for that. So I kind of rate it higher than most because it has such
I
amazing.
can't help but think Beck's being a bit of a simp with that re-scrammery.
I am not familiar.
High School DxD, dude.
Oh,
she is one of the main characters, the one with the red hair. Ooh, that is a pretty decent question from Jesper Ray.
So you wait, who's An Koji?
Question with the elite, dude.
Gotcha.
Ooh, Macro.
Macro, I feel personally attacked after that one. All right, I guess. Damn. Also, you don't like Kakagori?
Yeah, not voice crack, but yeah, it just I liked the first couple of scenes. I thought some of the scenes were really cool, but then you got like this prequel coming out, and it annoyed me. So it is dropped massively.
I feel like Snivy just personally attacked you. All right, and in response to your question, Jesperin, if I had to stick with only one texting story to do, my personal one I'd like to do is my Universal Collision series because that one I'm excited to write because I got so many different ideas of what to do. Even if it's not like the most viewed series, that's my favorite one that I'm like writing at this current moment in time. But like I'm excited because it's like 18 different animes and still more to come. Like it's just 18 different main characters. One. Oh, Demon Slayer, no question.
For me, I'd have to go with Justice League versus Crime Syndicate because I'm a massive DC fan and I can do lots of things from. What's this? Are you in Hudlin's creative server?
Okay, I'm gonna address a point here. Me and Hades are of a certain mindset about the whole hoodlum and Animu. Yeah, that's the two. We kind of left their server after shit kind of hit the fan.
It's the fact that I can see Hoodlum's point, but then again, I'm not really a fan of the whole acting like a white knight situation.
I don't like the idea of going and attacking someone for what they did or what they didn't do. I would not. I personally don't want to get involved in that whole situation.
Yeah, so we even actually started our own server. Yeah,
it's a very small server, but it's like meant to keep up.
It's calm. It's calm. We need to add some more people as well. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
No, you don't need to be sorry for anything. It's something that we really should have addressed at some point. But,
yeah, I didn't. I was planning on writing like a comment about it, but like, I'm not really feeling like.
You don't want to get into drama because the minute they see it, they're gonna like post it in server. Then you got tons of people watching,
and then you become the next topic of discussion, and that's just.
Like, the thing is, kind of annoying with the fact that they went after Umbril. I'm not gonna lie, I actually like Umbril. He's a nice guy. Like, believe it or not, I'm actually one of. Apparently, according to him, I'm one of the people who started him up. I encouraged him to get into it. I didn't realise it was him, to be honest. And Sniper, that is me here right now. I'm from Yorkshire.
I'm from Cardiff, so.
I don't think I know that one.
It's Wales. But yeah. What would be the only type of music you could listen to for the rest of your life? Also, you think you can work? Okay, I actually did address the Dragon Ball thing earlier in the stream. I will personally not do a Dragon Ball series, just out of the sheer fact that I watched Dragon Ball as a kid, wasn't really that into it. Tried rewatching it again later on in my life, and I'm still not that into it. So I don't want to put myself through watching a series I'm not gonna enjoy, like watching, nor am I gonna enjoy really writing. So I don't think.
Yeah, with me, I've just never really watched it. Oh, that's nice, Beck.
And in regards to the only type of music thing, I'd probably just listen to nerdcore rap. Who are
Which
you
one?
asking, Macro?
Well, for me, it would just have to be metal. Either that or rock, if you wanted to.
That's fair. That's cool, Beck.
No hate, no hate.
Yeah, I
Got
do
it,
feel
mate.
like you basically
Fine.
anywhere you go in Wales, you're gonna have some altercation. It's not a great place to be. And that's coming from someone who's born, lived, and is Welsh. I just go by he, but I really don't care. I usually just
I
have.
go by. I kind of just use guys in all my videos because I feel like that's an easy way since you can kind of
Yeah,
use everyone for that.
I just say like guys or hey everyone as like an inclusive term because I don't really want to get.
Like you, you don't want to get into all the whole gender specifics and that. You just better go one that applies to everyone.
Yeah, and like yeah, uh, you're not being sensitive. I'm not that fussed about it.
Yeah, I'm hoping I'm not being insensitive.
Who's your favorite
Ooh, that
superhero?
is a good best question for
Oh,
investment,
that's
right?
hard. So I am a
Favorite.
huge Magic Hero fan. So my favorite DC hero is Constantine, without
Fair.
question.
Gotta go with that UK pride.
Yep. As well as Magic Hero with a major smoking problem. Just has so many plus sides to it.
Guy tricked the devil into curing his cancer.
Marvel Hero is a lot harder actually because there's so many good ones.
With me, with superheroes, I've gotta go with the Dark Knight himself. Don't judge. I know that's a simpy answer to do. It's just I love Batman for a lot of things. His origin, how strong he is, his sense of mind, even his villains.
Yeah. I think Marvel Hero for me, I'm probably gonna go with.
And Marvel, gotta go with Spider-Man. Yet again, love personality, love the origin.
I'm gonna go
Even
Black
love
Bolt.
that famous phrase, with great power comes great responsibility. Let's be honest, everyone knows that.
See, I would not count Superior Iron Man as a hero. That is a questionable choice at best. Like that man is borderline villain. At best vigilante.
It is currently the server is for text tubers only,
But
bravery.
if because you're a text tuber as well, or you're trying to start up as one, we can add you if you just send your Discord. You too, Beck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would not
And
classify
anyone else. Kind of
superior.
hoping Macro is a text tuber because I can't wait. Because if he is, I can't wait for him to be in the server. Just
All right,
starting wars with
I
Bloodstone.
just realized I already have Beck's Discord, so I'll just add him to the server anyway.
Oh yeah.
I just realized I've been messaging him for a while now, and I just haven't put him in the server. I'm sorry, man. That was not intentional.
Sorry, Macro, mate. Sorry. If you've joined my server, Bloodstone is in that. So Yeah, I'm going to send him an invite into this live chat now.
You just wanted there because you want to have someone putting hashtag cancel Bloodstone.
Maybe.
Do either of you listen to anime? Yeah, I listen to all of the nerdcore group. JT Music, Divide. I listen. I don't listen to NLJ too
Divide
much.
is amazing.
Fable, Rustage, Schwabity might be my favorite of the bunch. Boneless Brains 3249. How do I am so Discord illiterate at times. Okay, here we go. So it's Boneless Brains 3429 or 3249. We'll be right back. Sorry, folks. So, Brain Free, I just sent you a friend request, and then once you've accepted, I'll add you to the Discord server. And Jesperin, like I was saying, I love all of them. Schwabity's probably my favorite. His Beasts of Anime ciphers were some of the best that I have seen cipher wise. And Snivy games, I guess that's fair. Oh yeah, Renegade. I listen to a lot of nerdcore. I'd love to do like a reaction video to nerdcore, but I don't know what the like copyright rules are on that per se.
I would say try and get in contact with them, but I doubt they'd answer.
Yeah,
no offense.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but
that's the world we're living.
Any advice to anyone becoming a tech tuber? I say this to everyone who asks this question. Like, my thing is, I would say try and make something original to your channel that you look like. If you watch a lot of this content, you're gonna have seen a lot of stuff. So try and find something that you haven't seen before.
It's what else for me is go with a popular like concept, but make it your own.
Yeah.
Like one of the main things is it's like mine I got to Deku for starters, like if you answering it. In it, the recent one, Deku was power all 6 Infinity Stones. That is something that I'm not sure if that many other people have done.
Well, I did something similar, but
it kind of makes mine kind of stand out for a lot of people. So like, just helps if you like make it your own and make it stand out. No one would just straight up making it like, oh, this is a Pokemon Deku, like just straight up saying that.
But yeah, Brain Free. Oops, sorry.
Yatten. Oh yes.
Okay, I'm gonna move on. Brain Free. Yeah, I did watch the Ad Infinitum song. That was a mindfuck and a half. And Beck, I do also love JT Machinima. They have some killer songs that can't be erased. Monster Hunter, I'm not familiar. I don't think I've seen that one yet.
At this point, Bloodstone's just ignoring me now in the chat.
Would cheaper if you play them in Fortnite or Minecraft?
Oh, come on, Snivy. You know you want to join the dark side.
Snivy, you're a legend. I personally prefer Minecraft. Fortnite's kind of fun, but I prefer Minecraft by a lot.
I've played them both. I can't really judge them. I've kind of like gone off them both as of late, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Jesperin, I think that would be a really cool idea because like Shadow's Deku I haven't seen. I don't know if you're referring to like Sonic, like the Sonic character Shadow, or if it's like just a Shadow control.
Thank you, Snivy. Show that Yorkshire pride. And that is...
I'm just here to help people who are struggling instead of bending machine. It's back in the plot machine boy. Yeah. He's discriminating against me because I never said it. I don't have the. Okay.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I figured as much. Yeah, I think as Shadow the Hedgehog Deku would be pretty cool. Snivy, no, you turned. I love how you're doing this on my live stream as well. That just makes it even worse.
That's the best part for me. I'm just stuck on the entire live stream, mate.
People. Macro,
I actually hope he's joining me Discord server now. I hope.
Oh, I'm going to hate life for the next few days.
Oh,
I actually have been talking to a friend about her starting up a text tubing career, and we want to do a collab together. So I might add her on Discord if she.
If she does it, if you let me know her name, I can add her.
I don't know if she has Discord just yet. I'll have to ask her, but
I'll add her. I can help her out if she needs help, but she's already got you, so she's probably more comfortable talking to you. Yeah, and also if she wants, I can subscribe to her and promote some of her stuff like I did for a couple of people, actually.
I mean, I bet Bloodstone and Hades got some personality, you know. I mean, I'm just.
Yeah. During my good old days at school, I was voted class clown.
See,
love that.
I only know.
Trophy.
I have not watched Naruto, but I know enough about Madara now just because of what I did in my Universal Collision series. Madara is a beast. I would love to do. I'd love to do.
Jesus Christ, Snivy going in for the burn. Jesus, that is.
Damn, that was a jugular shot.
That is a dagger to the heart.
Jesus, Snivy, chill. But
yeah. Yo, dude, Beck, what's up?
But yeah, definitely, Jesper, and I would definitely consider doing a Madara Deku in the future. In fact, that's an idea I'm going to put down in my notes for future reference. Snivy did not use Endeavor. Snivy used Guillotine. Snivy went for the one-hit KO move.
Jeez.
I've watched a few death battles, not all of them, no.
That is Bloodstone. I only found out about him until I made that poll on my channel, Deathstroke versus Deadpool.
Yeah, and I've clarified to him that Deadpool wins by a long shot.
Don't start this up again.
Man really thinks Deadpool loses to Deathstroke.
Yes, I do.
Deadpool's immortal.
Yes, but the thing is, Deathstroke is way smarter, stronger, and is also the original. That is. Are we going up? Are we going up like insanity, or are we going in like a straight up general fight? Because if I'm being honest, I'm kind of tempted to say Joker. Because
I
feel like that guy could come up with some things that would even drive Deadpool suicidal.
But the thing is, Deadpool can't kill himself. He can't die, so I don't know if he'd actually succeed. He would just make Deadpool suffer.
Thing is, Bloodstone, there is more than one way to kill a person. You can make them go brain dead. Joker is a master at killing things. Even better.
Jason Todd said hi.
Who said hi?
No, Jason Todd says hi.
Yeah, exactly, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, you got to admit, with Joker, he probably could, find a way to do it.
Wait, Gen 1 X accuracy moves, one-hit kills, always hits, so he must have used a Gen 1 accuracy hit. Oh, Hades, I wish you knew Pokemon just so you would get that reference. That was brilliant, brain free.
What's Gen 1?
Also plans for Marek deck. Why does Marek sound familiar?
Marek from Yu-Gi-Oh! The guy who can I think he manipulates minds, I think. Mind control. Snivy, you've hurt me with that. You've hurt the Yorkshire pride.
I mean, it's just general basic knowledge. The immortal can't die to a swordsman.
I'm sorry, but...
What is my favorite death battle? Oh, Reverse Flash versus Goku Black by a long shot. Joker can just kill him with laughing gas, and you're right, Hades. I don't know. I don't think... I would disagree with the fact that he would kill him. Would Joker win the fight? Yes, just because Deadpool would be fucking miserable.
Yeah, you got to admit, you can't kill Deadpool.
But you can make him suffer.
Find a way to make it where he simulates death. Like, he could just make him go brain dead. That way, his body's still alive, but he can't think.
Hulk versus Doomsday. Doesn't Doomsday just instantly kill Hulk? Like,
Yeah,
Doomsday
I'm
is.
sorry, but I'm going straight with Doomsday.
Doomsday definitely wins that fight with very big ease. Doomsday is strong enough to put Superman in the ground. Superman definitely just beats Hulk to oblivion. He held the world together. Hulk has done impressive feats, but nothing that impressive.
Okay. Who do you think's the better villain? Green Goblin or Joker? To any Marvel fans out there, I'm just going straight away with Joker.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. Green Goblin is cool. Joker is the better villain.
One argument I have with one of my mates is who has the more memorable quote, Green Goblin or Joker, and I just straight up went to him and just said, mate, there's nothing. I cannot remember a single Green Goblin quote.
Hold up, I will cite it off now.
Joker is why so serious.
You went to help them, and they found you amusing for a while. But the one thing they love
that's what he said.
That is the most iconic Green Goblin quote ever to exist. Yeah, Snivy, we do not bring pink kryptonite into this conversation. Not in this